Imagine a time when giants roamed the earth and mysterious creatures ruled the land. A time before humans, as we know them, even existed. Let's travel back millions of years into a world that was wild, dangerous, and utterly magnificent. This is the story of our planet's distant past, a time of colossal beasts, our earliest ancestors, and secrets that are still being uncovered today. First, let's picture the sheer scale of life back then. The Earth was a kingdom of giants. We're talking about creatures so massive they would dwarf anything alive today. Tyrannosaurus rex, the undisputed king, towered 40 feet tall with a bite force that could crush bone like chalk. It wasn't just the land. The sky was dominated by pterosaurs, some with wingspans as large as a modern-day airplane. Imagine looking up and seeing something like that soaring overhead. And in the oceans, Megalodon, a shark the size of a school bus, hunted whales with teeth as long as your hand. These weren't monsters from a movie, okay? They were the real-life rulers of a prehistoric world. From the gentle, long-necked Brachiosaurus that could peer over a 5-story building to the armored Ankylosaurus with its club-like tail. Life was bigger, fiercer, and more incredible than we can possibly imagine. But while these giants battled for supremacy, a different story was just beginning. Our own story. In the shadows of these titans, our ancient ancestors were taking their first crucial steps. They weren't like us at all. Meet Homo habilis, the handy man, one of the first to craft simple stone tools. Imagine the spark of ingenuity required to see a rock, not just as a rock, but as a potential knife or hammer. Then came Homo erectus, who took an even bigger leap. They learned to stand tall, walk upright, and possibly even control fire. This wasn't just about survival. It was the dawn of innovation. How did these small, vulnerable beings survive in a world filled with giant predators? They used their intelligence. They worked together, communicated, and began to shape the world around them instead of just being shaped by it. Their journey was a perilous one, but every tool they made and every step they took was a step towards becoming us. However, the reign of the giants was not destined to last forever. Earth's history is punctuated by moments of catastrophic change, mass extinctions that reshaped the planet. The most famous of these, the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event, brought the age of dinosaurs to a sudden and dramatic end. What caused it? The leading theory points to a colossal asteroid, miles wide, slamming into the planet near modern-day Mexico. The impact would have triggered a global winter, blocking out the sun, causing plants to die, and collapsing the entire food chain. But was it just the asteroid? Some scientists believe massive volcanic eruptions, which poisoned the atmosphere over thousands of years, had already weakened the ecosystem, making the dinosaurs vulnerable. It was likely a combination of these devastating events that wiped out 75% of all species on Earth. But from this destruction, a new world was born. The demise of the dinosaurs created a power vacuum, and a new class of animals was ready to fill it. The mammals. With the dinosaurs gone, the world became home to a new and equally strange cast of characters. These were the lost creatures of the Cenozoic era, some of which were just as terrifying as their predecessors. Picture Megalodon, a giant monitor lizard that roamed Australia, reaching lengths of up to 23 feet. It was a venomous, predatory reptile that would have made the Komodo dragon look like a pet. And who could forget the iconic saber-toothed tiger, or Smilodon? It wasn't a tiger at all, but a powerful predator with terrifying 7-inch-long canine teeth. These weren't for slicing, okay? They were for stabbing and causing massive bleeding in its prey, like giant sloths and bisons. These creatures, along with giant birds that couldn't fly but could run down prey, and enormous armadillo-like glyptodons, seemed like they were ripped from the pages of a fantasy novel. Yet they were real. But just like the dinosaurs, they too vanished. What happened to them? Was it climate change, human hunting, or a combination of both? The fossils leave us with more questions than answers, a ghostly reminder of the life that once was, as these incredible beasts faded into history, our ancestors were not just surviving. They were beginning to thrive. The journey from small, scattered groups of hunter-gatherers to organized societies was a slow but revolutionary process. From survival to society, early humans started forming the first communities. They learned to hunt large game in coordinated packs, bringing down mammoths with strategy and teamwork. They developed more sophisticated tools, not just for hunting, but for building shelters and creating art. Deep within caves in France and Spain, they painted stunning images of the animals they lived alongside, a window into their minds and their world. They were developing culture. These early villages and settlements were the foundation upon which all of modern civilization is built. But their existence was still fragile. Could they survive the brutal forces of nature, the last of the giant beasts, and the challenges of living together in this new way? The key to humanity's ultimate success was our incredible ability to adapt. Evolution wasn't just about physical changes, it was about our minds. As the Earth's climate shifted dramatically, plunging into ice ages and then warming up again, humans learned to respond. When the world grew cold, they followed the herds, used animal hides for clothing, and perfected their control of fire, turning it from a simple tool into the heart of their communities, source of warmth, protection, and a way to cook food. As the ice retreated, they learned to domesticate plants and animals. This was perhaps the single most important innovation in human history. Agriculture allowed them to settle in one place, grow their own food, and support larger populations. This stability paved the way for villages to become towns, and towns to become cities. While the giants of the past, with their specialized lifestyles, were unable to cope with such drastic changes, humans, with our versatile minds and cooperative nature, rose to the challenge. We went from cave dwellers to the creators of civilization millions of years ago. Earth was a battleground of giants, a laboratory for evolution, and the crucible in which humanity was forged, It was a world of fierce predators and resilient early humans who survived against all odds. But what mysteries from this lost era still remain hidden beneath our feet? What other bizarre creatures and forgotten ancestors are waiting to be unearthed? Could some ancient secrets, locked away in stone and ice, still be out there, waiting to be discovered? The story of our planet is far from over, and the past still has so much to teach us. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as we did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an adventure into the past. Let us know in the comments what prehistoric creature you find the most incredible. Until next time, keep exploring.